Hypothesis testing. Unraveling Type 1 and Type 2 errors. Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into an essential concept in data analysis for the GMAT and GRE. Type 1 and Type 2 errors in hypothesis testing. It might sound a bit complex, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of these concepts. Hypothesis testing is a statistical method that helps us make decisions using data. Essentially, we start with an assumption, called the null hypothesis, and then we test it. Depending on the data and the test result, we either reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject it. Imagine you're a detective, and you have a suspect. Your null hypothesis might be, this person is innocent. After gathering evidence, or data, you decide whether there's enough proof to reject this claim and consider the person guilty, or if there isn't enough evidence, you stick with your initial assumption of innocence. Now, mistakes can happen in any decision-making process, including hypothesis testing. That's where Type 1 and Type 2 errors come into play. Type 1 error. This happens when we incorrectly reject the null hypothesis. Using our detective example, it's like accusing an innocent person of a crime. This error is also known as a false positive. Type 2 error. This occurs when we incorrectly fail to reject the null hypothesis. In detective terms, this means letting a guilty person go free. This error is often termed a false negative. To remember these: Type 1, incorrectly accusing; false positive; Type 2, missing the guilty; false negative. Understanding these errors is crucial because it helps us evaluate the reliability of our tests and decisions. When you're dealing with real-world data and making significant decisions based on it, being aware of potential mistakes can save time, money, and sometimes even lives. In many situations, we need to balance between these errors. For example, in medical tests, a Type 1 error, falsely diagnosing a healthy person as sick, can be stressful for the patient, but a Type 2 error, missing a real disease, can be fatal. Therefore, depending on the context, one error might be considered more severe than the other. And there you have it. We've just unraveled the concepts of Type 1 and Type 2 errors in hypothesis testing. Remember, mistakes can happen, but understanding these errors can make us more careful and informed decision makers. I hope you found this video insightful and that it'll aid in your test preparations. Until next time, happy studying!